Alright, what is up YouTube? James Baek here. Welcome back to another episode of VGC 2018 Back Battles. Today, we're going to be using the Mega Aerodactyl team once again with Mega Aerodactyl, Xurkitree, the Porygon-Z, Gastrodon, Tapu Bulu, and Incineroar. Let's get started. So the last episode didn't exactly go out that great. I feel like I made a ton of mistakes, but this time we are hopefully going to pick up some wins with this team. So let's get it. As hopefully we will be able to pick up some wins, because I'm a little bit nervous. Of course, this team does have a protect the Porygon-Z mode, which I feel like it's a little bit difficult. I think it's better. I think like protect the Pokemon, like we had protect the Azu back in like 2014, 2015. We had like Eevee in 2017. We had Como in this format. We had Xerneas in 2016. All those could. Basically, there was these variants of teams where they were more supportive of protecting the setup mon with like support Pokemon like Clefairy, for instance, or Smeargle, or Kangaskhan's Fake Out. In Hariyama, we saw in 2017, we saw quite a few things. We saw Smeargle back in 2017 as well. But basically, these teams basically rely on protecting the setup mon, because if the setup mon can't do the work, it could be really difficult to come back in games. Of course, you don't always have to rely on the setup mon. I think the last game, for instance, we could have potentially won if it wasn't the Sash Tyranitar. If it wasn't a Sash Tyranitar, but or if it went to Incineroar first and went for Fake Out on a low kick. But that came down to I think it comes down to does Salamence get the double protect, and it did get a double protect in the last one, so who knows. But we got our first opponent, Anna, with the team of Zapdos, Tapu Fini, Landorus variant, Amoonguss, Metagross, and the Incineroar. So how do I want to play this matchup? I think I want to go the Aerodactyl mode with Porygon-Z in this game. I think I want to bring the Incineroar in this game, and I don't really need Bulu in this game. Bulu doesn't help as much. I mean, it does deal damage to Fini, but I don't think it's necessary. I think Xurkitree or Gastrodon can do more work in this game, and I'm liking... what do I like more? Gastrodon can take hits from the Metagross, since it's probably not Zen Head, but yeah, I'd rather have Gastrodon. It also helps against Landorus, against Incineroar. I really haven't brought Xurkitree much with this team, but hopefully we get to find some games with Xurkitree doing some work, because I would like to use the Xurkitree mode for once and see if we can put in some work. So, we'll see here though. We will see, but... yeah, I think I'm going to play this one like the last one. Of course, there's no Lele, which could make things a bit interesting. We also don't know what kind of Phoenix set this is. Calm Mind, an Icy Wind set, a Haze set. Those could all be potential threats to my Porygon-Z. So let's see what my opponent's going to lead off with, because I've seen quite a few different leads against my team. I think Aerodactyl does cover most of the leads. I could Skydrop. We also don't know whether the Landorus is Choice Scarf or not. Choice Scarf Landorus is always something I have to play really cautious about, because if it's Scarf Superpower, it could be really scary to deal. But let's see what's going to come out here. Aerodactyl plus Porygon-Z as the lead against the Landorus and Zapdos. So, interesting. Definitely interesting. Landorus is faster than Zapdos, which makes sense. I think the safest place is the Tailwind Protect right here. Or I could Skydrop the Landorus. You know what? Skydropping the Landorus doesn't seem like a bad play. Unless it's Gigavolt Havoc Zapdos. It's either Gigavolt Havoc Zapdos or Z-Move Landorus. But I feel like if you're Gigavolt Zapdos, he would have been faster than the Landorus. We're gonna see the Landorus switch out, actually. And a Fini, okay. So is that Misty Seed gonna go up? Which would make a lot of sense, actually, here. So Misty Surge is gonna go up. We're gonna go, yeah, Misty Seed, okay. So it's not going to threaten too much damage on my Porygon, which is nice. Alright, so there's no Moongus most likely in the back. I'm guessing Metagross would be that last Pokemon. So I'd be able to get a Sky Drop, and then I'd be able to get a Shadow Ball off into the Tapu Fini slot, which is pretty good for me. Oh wait, no. I was about to say, how is that a Z move? And I'm like, oh wait, it's my Z move. So I will go for the Z move here with my Porygon. I don't know if you're going to go for Tailwind of yourself or not. But I do get a Z conversion off, so I will turn into that Ghost type. And Zapdos is going to go for Tailwind. So that's excellent for me because of the Sky Drop factor. I should just be able to get a Sky Drop and Shadow Ball, and Fini shouldn't be able to move. Well, it depends on if it has speed investment or not. But I will go for a Shadow Ball into the Tapu Fini slot. So it is my best play possible. Because if I can knock out that Tapu Fini, that's absolutely huge. And the fact is, I don't think I have to target the Zapdos. With Misty Seed, it probably doesn't have much attack investment. So it really shouldn't be able to do too much damage to my Porygon. And I'm more worried about Fini if it's Specs or some kind of other set that I'm not aware of. So we'll go for this play and see if it works out. I think my opponent's thinking hard here. Because he might be thinking, oh, maybe Zapdos not worth it here because you might lose your Misty Seed boost if you want to switch out. But Zapdos not doing too much damage. But do you want to lose that Misty Seed boost is the question. Gonna throw off a Thunderbolt here into the Porygon. Did a little bit more than I expected, but alright. Sky Drop gonna come out into Tapu Fini. Solid amount, even with -1, that's still a good amount. Shadow Ball gonna come out. Should knock out Fini, I would imagine. No, comes close. Activates a berry though. Okay, so it's not Calm Mind, that's for sure. I don't know if you're gonna go for Muddy Water or you're gonna go for Moonblast, but I think the best play is to protect this Porygon-Z as much as possible. So I'll get in my Incineroar here. So again, my Incineroar here, threaten with pressure against the fake out pressure against the Fini and the Zapdos the following turn, unless you're able to knock out my Incineroar here, which I wouldn't suspect. Where the Z move is probably the Landers at this point. Now that I'm thinking, Thunderbolt gonna go out into my Aerodactyl slot. Good play from my opponent. And Muddy Water. So I think maybe my opponent expected either the Incineroar to come out or was covering for Aerodactyl, potentially going for another Sky Drop or Tailwind. Incineroar will be able to eat its berry though, so that's really beneficial. And now I can go for a fake out into the Fini. I don't want to take a Muddy Water accuracy drop, and since I can't get parried, seems really nice here. I'm going to go for fake out into Fini, and I think I'll just throw off an Ice Beam into Zapdos because Tailwind's going to be over, and I can to it knock out the Zapdos the following turn and deny another Tailwind. So I'll go for Ice Beam here and a fake out. I wonder if Fini's going to protect. I don't think it would. It can, but I don't think it would. What much did Thunderbolt do? It did 55, so it might be a roll to it knock out my Porygon-Z afterward at this point. So let's see what's going to come out. I'm just not sure who would do more damage, Fini or Zapdos. I think it would be the Zapdos, but who knows. Fake out gonna go out into Fini, gets a crit, shouldn't matter too much. Thunderbolt gonna come out into the Porygon. Yeah, looks like it's a roll. That got a high one. Ice Beam gonna knock out the not knock out the Zapdos, do a good amount. Alright, my question is, well, if it's Metagross plus Landers in the back, I feel pretty good about my position actually. I'm going to Flare Blitz the Zapdos and Shadow Ball the Fini slot, because I don't think you protect Fini. I think you're going to trade one for the other, and it's quite obvious I could go for the Ice Beam again in Zapdos to pick up the knockout. So I'm actually going to Shadow Ball the Fini here, because I'm fine trading my Porygon for potentially both my opponent's Pokemon, because at this rate, I think I set up for my Gastrodon to win the game at this point. Because if I knock out Zapdos here, absolutely huge. Yeah, because you're not going to protect with either. I think you're going to try to go for the Porygon here. Shadow Ball will be able to knock out the Tapu Fini. As Fini goes down, and let's see what the Zapdos goes for. Actually goes for the Roost, so I get to keep my Porygon around. And I get a Flare Blitz off, a massive Flare Blitz into the Zapdos. That's huge. So, yeah, and it's not Intimidate, so that's going to hurt. Yeah, puts you in Ice Beam range. Really surprised about that. Okay. As what's gonna come out from my opponent? Metagross? Landorus? Metagross. I will Ice Beam the Zapdos slot since it doesn't have Protect. The question is, do I want to go straight for the Flare Blitz into Metagross, or do I want to switch out and keep Intimidate? I think I'm going to Flare Blitz the Metagross for damage, and just Ice Beam the Zapdos slot. Because getting a knockout would be absolutely huge onto that Zapdos slot, denying Tailwind as I said before, which could be annoying. And Zapdos is probably one of the Pokemon that can 1v1 my Gastrodon, like it could PP stall it. So I'm going to try to knock out the Zapdos here with Ice Beam and just Flare Blitz, which I think is okay here. As it looks like it wasn't a bait because my opponent could have also switched out into Landorus potentially for the Metagross. Hope Landorus lives a Shadow Ball. Well, if it's AB, it would live Shadow Ball. So let's see what's going to come out. I will fire off the Ice Beam, finish off the Zapdos here. I could have also went for Shadow Ball, Flare Blitz, Shadow Ball to Metagross, Flare Blitz to Zapdos, but I don't want Protect Tailwind going up at all costs. So here comes the Iron Head. We're targeting on the Porygon. It does finish off the Porygon there. And Flare Blitz into Metagross will put it in range of Earth Power. Or just knock it out. Is that a crit? That's not even a crit. Wow. Okay. A lot more damage than I anticipated. Gonna go Gastrodon here. I'm gonna go Gastrodon here. Because Landorus is gonna come out. I think you have to go for Tectonic Rage into Gastrodon if this is the Z move Landorus. Because Landorus looks like it would carry the Z move, but who knows? We haven't seen it yet. But yeah, the play here is to go for Aerodactyl and Protect. Because I don't want Z-move to knock out my Gastrodon. Because my Gastrodon spread isn't too bulky. I took this off a spread from Emo Gaming. So, yeah, I'm not going to risk it. Swords Dance or Sub could be the worst case. But those are kind of rare. So, let's see. Is Z-move coming out? Perfect. Get Tectonic Rage. And that's not going to do anything. I think my opponent was hoping for maybe a crit there, but at this point, yeah. Gonna be targeting the Gastrodon. How much damage will this do through the Protect? I don't think it would even KO'd, but like it's just better to be safe than sorry. I don't think a crit will knock me out, and I don't want to go for anything that could lose me the game. So I'm actually going to just fire off an Ice Beam into the Landorus and a Rock Slide, as the match is going to be forfeited. And we will be able to pick up a victory. So nice. I think the big turns were just me being able to Sky Drop that slot turn 1, the Landorus slot. Feeny wasn't able to do much. My opponent going for Tailwind immediately meant that my opponent wasn't going to be able to get double attacks off that one turn, so Porygon-Z was pretty healthy. Porygon-Z was well protected, and then I just didn't really need it for the end game. Although it could have been, you know, it could have just swept the game on its own if I was able to put it in a good position. Maybe if I brought Bulu and got the Grassy Terrain recovery with my Porygon. I don't think it was absolutely necessary, and luckily it wasn't. As we're going to find another game and see if we are going to be able to pull through. So, hopefully we get to bring Xurkitree. I really do want to bring Xurkitree. I don't think we found a game where Xurkitree can 100% sweep my opponent. You feel me? Because I haven't felt Xurkitree could sweep an opponent yet. Maybe, but like, ooh, this a Mole Gaming team. Okay. I remember this team on a Mole Gaming too. You got Blastoise, Kartana, Tapu Koko, Incineroar, Nihilego, and Snorlax. This team plays very high in the international challenge for Japan. So let's see here. Kartana's a little bit scary. Koko, Kartana could be scary. The Blastoise carries Fake Out, so I gotta be worried about that. This might be Xurkitree's game. This could be Xurkitree's game. Huh. There's a lot of Pokemon I want to bring here. I think Nihilego is actually really solid here. But I'm not sure how I want to bring it because I think I need Bulu. I think I need Incineroar. Do I need Aerodactyl? I feel like I kind of do, but I don't need to at the same time. Let's go in Xurkitree, Gastrodon, Incineroar, Tapu Bulu. This might be really weird, but I think this is going to be the lead that's effective for me. Because I don't think I need Skydrop to win this game, but the problem with this team is, one, I don't really remember the sets on this team. I didn't really read through it, but I just remember Fake Out Blastoise. Second is, I want Gastrodon because I feel like my Nihilego answers are very little. Even if I get +3 with my, Fang, it just won't help. As we're going to see Blastoise lead with the Kartana here. Will lead my Xurkitree plus Gastrodon here. Fake out Leaf Blades, fake out Tailwind. Many potential options here, but I don't think you would click Water Spout immediately. Well, you could potentially, but I'm going to go out of my Incineroar here. And protect. So let's see what my opponent does here. Actually, you could Leaf Blade Water Spout, right? Well, that's kind of risky. Maybe I should just Thunderbolt instead, because I don't think the Fake Out's going to be too important. So, yeah, Leaf Blade was probably better in hindsight. Leaf Blade was probably better in hindsight. Blastoise going to Mega Evolve. I think I should have Thunderbolted. Yeah, I should have Thunderbolted. I click Protect too quickly. That's a Fake Out. Okay, yeah, targeting the Xurkitree, and we will see a Z Tailwind. Oh, great. I think Crit Leaf Blade knocks out Xurkitree. That's not fun. Oh boy. Do I want to trade Incineroar for potentially damage on the Blastoise? It might be worth. At the same time, I don't think it is. Huh. I think I want to go for Fake. Because Thunderbolt won't... I can't beat Kartana if I do that. I think I gotta hope that maybe Incineroar can live a Water Spout. Thunderbolt. Flare Blitz. Blastoise is gonna retreat. Oh, are you going for crit Sacred Sword into my thing? Here comes the Incineroar. That's actually a lot more ideal than what originally was gonna happen. Well, let's see who he targets. Detect. Okay. That works. That 100% works. Does I get free damage on the Incineroar? Okay. That's probably AV Incineroar too. Didn't take too much. I can't give you grassy terrain. Ooh, this is still tough. Still tough. I don't think Crit Sacred Sword knocks out Incineroar though, so I think I'm going to try to Tail Glow here, and I think I'm going to attempt to Flare Blitz to Kartana. I just hope Leaf Blade doesn't knock out my Xurkitree immediately, but who knows, it might. Leaf Blade going to come out. Does knock out. Crit is guaranteed. I flinch. Oh, might come down to some... If Gastrodon can knock out Kartana, maybe. That's asking a lot, though. Oh, I think it might come down to my... Actually... No, I think I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna detect I think you could go for Leaf Blade here, but you could also switch out Incineroar into Blastoise. I can't stop that, can I? Actually, if I switch out into Kartana, No, I don't think there's an out. If you play this 100% perfectly, Gastrodon gets to switch out, so there's no Incineroar switching out. I guess there's like multiple plays you can do. Like a Sacred Sword and my Incineroar could be one of the plays, but let's see here. Sacred Sword does come out. Incineroar, you're a champion. Oh, please tell me -1 Flare Blitz KOs, because that actually gives me a good shot, actually. Like a really good shot. U-turn gonna come out. A surprise. Okay. So my opponent gambled it on the Sacred Sword, or was like, okay, I'll take the damage on the Incineroar instead and trade my Kartana here, but I feel like Kartana was so big in this matchup. Show me what you're bringing out, because it doesn't matter. Nihilego. Yep, that's the one Pokemon that I'm really scared of. That's the one Pokemon I'm really scared of. Here comes the Flare Blitz. We do knock out Kartana. Okay, so we're in this game actually now. I'm really surprised because there wasn't much I could do, even if you just protected went into Blastoise. Because you had Fake Out Pressure, you had Water Spout options, like you just had so much coverage, I felt like. And there wasn't really much I could do to punch the Blastoise. Incineroar comes back out. I can win, but it's gonna be difficult. I don't know if Earth Power knocks out Nihilego, because if I don't remember, this was a bulky Nihilego. I don't remember if it was Scarf Nihilego either. It might have been Scarf on this team, or it might have been a bulky berry set. I can't remember. It might have been a bulky berry Churkum set. I just can't remember. I'll switch out on Incineroar though, go into Gastrodon, because even if you double that slot up, I think I'm going to be okay, and I do want to Intimidate for my opponent's Incineroar later, but this is still difficult. Sludge Bomb going to come out into the Incineroar slot. Are you Scarf? Or just wanted to poison on the Gastrodon. Flare Blitz going to go out into the Boo. Poison's a little bit annoying, but I think I should still be able to manage. Z-move was on the Kartana. I'm not too worried about that. I think I'm going to go out of my Incineroar here and go for an Earth Power into the Nihilego. Because I think at this point I have to rely on modest Earth Power knocking out this Nihilego. Yeah, I think I have to at that point. But there's like a lot of plays you could do. You could switch out Nihilego into your Blastoise. You could Protect, if you have Protect. Because I wonder if you went for Sludge Bomb because it knocks out Incineroar anyway, or I don't know, that's kind of risking it. Or if you were Choice Scarf and you want to lock yourself into Sludge Bomb. Another play I could have done was go for the Wind Hand. No, because Incineroar can knock out Bulu potentially. I stand by my plays. Nihilego's going to retreat into that Blastoise. As I will retreat mine into Incineroar. Get the Intimidate off into the Incineroar. Kind of wish I got the damage onto my opponent's Incineroar. Would have been useful. Knockoff going to come out into my Incineroar, which is great because... wait, why knockoff? Doesn't help against Bulu or anything. Here comes the Earth Power. Decent chunk. Doesn't really help too much. Some interesting developments. One, there are multiple plays you can do. I think of them you could U-turn. I think I'm gonna actually go out in my Bulu and protect my Gastrodon. The reason I'm gonna go back into Bulu is because one, I could see Fake Out. I could see Fake Out into Gastrodon in a knockoff, so you can try to double it up in the future. The second one is maybe like a U-turn play. I do see Fake Out coming out, although you could Water Spout potentially, but I think Fake Out would be more likely. Yeah, Fake Out comes out to Incineroar and a Flare Blitz. Ooh, tarring that slot, nice. But I should still live and get my berry back. Yes, I do. Okay. So I will get my berry back. And this got a little bit tricky. But still in this game. And grassy terrain's still up. So I can go for Horn Leech here. And switch out into my own Incineroar. 1, I get Intimidate. 2, I get Fake Out Pressure. So I'm in a pretty good spot overall. Because Horn Leech is going to threaten a lot of damage. I could have went for an Earth Power and a double up into that slot. But I was thinking maybe I could, but maybe I don't have the room to. So let's see here. I will get my Incineroar in. And a Horn Leech here, the Nihilego. So let's see how much Horn Leech does. I didn't want to take the recoil yet. And I think I could get enough recovery potentially against this Nihilego. I wonder if it is Choice Scarf. Because now I'm feeling like it is Choice Scarf. Oh, that did so much damage. That's not a bulky Nihilego. I think it might be Scarf. Here comes a Flare Blitz. Into the Bulu. Ah, it just does so much. Questions, questions, questions. I feel like I've been making the plays I needed to, but it's still pretty tough. Grassy terrain disappears, which doesn't help too much here. Incineroar's at -2 though, right? Yes, it is. I wouldn't get enough recovery if I Horn Leech. I'm thinking my best play at this point is to protect Bulu and save Incineroar for Gastrodon. Because I could recover up here at this point. It's gonna be difficult. So let's see if my opponent predicts this and goes for something else. It's gonna be a Sludge Bomb into the Bulu slot and double up potentially? Yeah, double up. I could have went for knockoff and Nihilego, and I think that would have just sealed the game for me. Oh well. I don't know if you're gonna switch out Nihilego this time. I think it really comes down to a read. Do you switch out Nihilego this time? Or do you just attack? I think I'm gonna go my own Incineroar here. And I think I have to recover. Ugh, I'm running out of time. This endgame is super important. You do switch out Nihilego, so I could have Wood Hammered to Blastoise. Ah, dang it. I think if I Wood Hammered to Blastoise and recovered, that was game. Now I have to make some reads. Although still not over yet, because I think you're going to knock off my Gastrodon's item. Or you U-turn. That makes this interesting, actually. I just don't know if I have enough time to break through this. Oh boy, this is going to be close. I still have my berry, though. That's so good, though. Having my berry is so good on my Gastrodon. Because I can play more aggressively with the Gastrodon. Okay, I get the recover off, so I'll live any like double up. Unless you're Grass, not Nihilego. Please don't be Grass not, but you have Kartana. I think it is Scarf Nihilego, so I'm going to fake out Earth Power to Nihilego slot, because no matter what, Blastoise has to fake out the Gastrodon to prevent it. I do get a fake out into the Nihilego in return. And still a close game, but still very much in the running. But I have to move quickly. I need to knock out Nihilego and Incineroar, or I have to knock out the Blastoise with my Bulu and have Gastrodon healthy so I can beat the other two. Fake Out going to come out into the Incineroar, so it looks like we're going to trade here. Gleam. Incineroar survives. That's actually such a huge survival. I will get a Earth Power off, finish off the Nihilego there. Oh, this is so close. Here comes the Incineroar. How healthy was my Bulu again? It was decently healthy. I think I should be able to knock out Blastoise. I don't think this Blastoise did carry Protect. I'll go for a knockoff here and a Protect. Yeah, I'm gonna Protect. I could potentially go into Bulu, but I don't think it's worth it. I think I'm gonna go off into the Gastrodon and a Water Spout. Ice Beam. Okay, that covers everything. Yeah, okay. Perfect. So I take less damage. Okay, that's good. I think it comes down to does knock out the Gastrodon. Oh, I think it comes down to does knock out Gastrodon. I think it might... I kind of wish I withdrew the Gastrodon and the Bulu, which was another play I was considering, but I didn't have enough time. I'll go for a Hornleech into the Blastoise. And I'll go for the Earth Power. Yeah, so Blastoise doesn't have Protect. Hornleech should be able to knock it out. Whew, okay. Really close game. It comes down to Gastrodon. It comes down to Gastrodon. Knockoff coming out. Knocks out Gastrodon. Oh no. I think it comes down to maybe does Bulu lift Flare Blitz at this point. But, I mean, the Incineroar's at -2, it did 100. I don't think there is. I think this is a well-fought fight. Wood Hammer Crit might, but I don't think it would knock out. Yeah, I don't think I think Wood Hammer Crit would have missed a knockout, so I gotta hope that I can lift the Flare Blitz potentially. Flare Blitz gonna come out from the Incineroar here. Tapu Bulu goes down, and that is going to be a good game. So, really close game. I thought that game was going to be over, like, a long shot. I think my opponent could have won easily with the Blastoise recycling Fake Out and the Kartana, but able to almost pull through. If Gastrodon had a bit more defense, maybe if it really just came down to a knockoff, I think. I think maybe in the end game I could have switched out the Gastrodon into the Bulu, which I think could have potentially won me the game. Because I think you definitely Ice Beam the Incineroar slot there. Although, if you did Ice Beam the Gastrodon slot and I did make that play, I guess I could have lost it. I just think it comes down to that slot. But if I switched out my Gastrodon into the Bulu, I think it could have been a definitely big game changer there. I think it definitely could have been a big game changer there. So who knows? But really close game for that. That was a really close game regardless. But hope everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2018 Back to Battles. If you did, please leave a like down below. Shows your support, as well as you can check out the rest of my stuff in the description down below, such as my social medias, the side series on the channel, and all that will be linked down below. And yeah, I would have loved to oh man. I'm still speechless about that game. I'm so speechless how close it came down to. Really hard fought battle, but feel free to leave a comment down below. Tell me what you thought of that battle, because I think it was pretty insane. But otherwise, that's pretty much it for me. Have a great day, people, and until we battle again, I'll catch y'all later.